tradingcenter.com. And a good morning to you. Welcome to another edition of the Art Lewis Show on this Wednesday morning. Nice to have you with us this morning. Coming up later on after the 10 o'clock news, we're going to talk to Shauna Walraven from the Bay Area Foundation about opioid funds. Open phones at 11 this morning, but for this hour, we're going to get very artsy, if you will, because coming up this Friday and Saturday on Ojibwe Island is the Saginaw Art Fair. And with us to talk about it this morning, the person behind it all, she is Lauren Collinson. Lauren, good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So, how many years now for the art fair?
This would be our fourth year on the island.
On the island, and
So-
the fair is what, 7 years? Because it
So-
kind of went through a rebirth, didn't it?
It did, yeah. So I think I was looking back at things, and I've been working on art fairs locally for about 10 years now.
Of one kind or another.
Yes.
But this is this latest version of it, if you will. It's been around now about 4 years on the island.
Yes.
And
well, last year we had our
last year,
little,
off the island,
you
yeah.
know, interim year.
Yeah. Well, they were doing work on the island now.
Which I'm so excited to be able to enjoy all that hard
Yeah.
work and upgrades that they've done to the island this year. So we were okay with moving last year because it was like, all right, it's for a good cause.
Now, is this the same art fair that used to be in the streets?
So yeah, I worked on the art fair that used to be in the streets in Old Town. And so it has similar artists that are in it. I wouldn't say it's like the exact same art fair, but definitely like took what we started in the streets and tried to continue to grow. And our goal was, and our mission statement for the art fair is to have an interdisciplinary art fair. And we felt like the island was really going to be able to make that happen, to have the stage there so that we can have performing arts and also have the visual arts, but also have more room for the food vendors and be thinking about all types of arts being incorporated into the show.
So, that I hadn't thought of that. You have live artists? Not art in terms of paintings and things of that nature, but stage performance?
Yes. So there'll be musical performances both Friday and Saturday. So we have Roxanne and David Shataka that are mariachi vocalists.
Oh,
We have Brandon Z. Smith that's going to be performing on Friday as well. And I'm very excited for the Stephen Byrne Band that will be closing out our stage on Friday. And then Saturday we'll have Cush Robinson, Tana Michaels, and Mick Furlow and Friends. So I'm excited for them.
let's talk about timing. When does the fair open? What's the first day?
The first day, Friday, and it opens at 10 a.m. and we're open till 5 p.m. And that's both Friday and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Ojibwe Island.
Charge?
No charge.
Free.
Yes,
Do love those free things.
absolutely. And you can drive onto the island. So, we're
Are
going to
you going to have parking on the island?
Absolutely. Yeah, because they've done some nice work with making some new parking lots and repaving parking lots that have been there. So the island is going to be one-way traffic. So we're going
Right.
back to the one-way traffic. It's just will make it easier for everybody trying to get on and off. And there'll be the new parking lot that's right when you pull in, and then the newly paved one that a couple years ago we had closed for food vendors, but now we're going to have that all open so that people coming can utilize that parking space. And there's a couple other parking lots as well. So
Two of my favorite F words, free and food.
yes.
Yeah, food trucks.
Yes. Very excited to have Big Jim's and Annie's Smokehouse. Sawadi is back. I always love their food. Wella's Kitchen. Excited to have them this year. And then we've got some smaller people, Heavenly Cakes. So if you've got a sweet tooth, you can come out and take care of that. Muddled Pucker is a lemonade stand. Rustic Bites Mobile Charcuterie. So if you need a little snack as you're walking around the art fair, you'll be able to get that. And then some sweet treats for that when it's those warm temperatures later in the day. Can get some Snowball shaved ice. And after they leave, King of Pops will be there. So popsicles.
What, popsicles? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, this is something I hadn't heard of before.
Yeah, I'm meeting some new people this year. I'm excited about it.
It's even for you, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, even some of the artists. We've got 20 new artists this year. So, and this is the most artists we've had of any year. We've got about 65 artists that are going to have their artwork set up. So I'm really excited about that. And then after you walk around and see all the wonderful art, then you can come make art.
All right. We're going to take a quick break. Be back with Lauren Collinson, Saginaw Art Fair this weekend. We'll tell you more.
It's time.
And we're back with you. Lauren Collinson in the studio with us from the Saginaw Art Fair, happening this Friday and Saturday on Ojibway Island. And if you haven't been to the island, of course, it's been redone.
Absolutely. It's beautiful.
And Lauren's got a smile from ear to ear because of it. Tell me about the Saginaw Arts Initiative. What is that about?
So that's our nonprofit that we started to run the art fair through. And really our main project is the art fair, but that way if, sponsors are donating, they know it's to a, legitimate nonprofit organization.
You have 501c3.
Yes.
So tell me about the arts in Saginaw. How alive is it?
It seems very alive. I mean, I think that we're really lucky with all the organizations that are working to do different projects. We're seeing murals going up. We're seeing the visuals around us, as well as, Saginaw.
The riverfront, the riverfront walk.
Yep. So, the Art and About is doing things with sculptures around the river and riverfront area. So that's exciting. The murals that are happening. And, we've got a history with musicians.
A big history with musicians.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely, to say the least. So let's talk about the artists at the art fair. Where do they come from? How do you find them?
So we find them, some of them are very helpful from word of mouth, that they're like telling their friends, because, we've been doing the show long enough that we have several returning artists. So a lot of the artists that are there have been doing our art show and enjoy it and are coming back, and that's wonderful.
Is this a juried show?
It
and
is,
by that,
yes.
for those of you that don't know at home, that means that all of these artists have been vetted.
Yes.
Their work has been looked at and all of that.
Yes. So I jury the show for the artists coming in, and then we have guest jurors that are on site once the art is all set up. And so Friday we have jurors that come through, and then that way we can give awards. And so we have some of our budget that's been donated so that we can give prizes, like monetary prizes, to the artists doing
For
the
what?
show.
How their booths are set up, or what's the...
For their artwork.
For their artwork.
So the originality, the craftsmanship, the content of their work in terms of, if there's some strong ideas within it. But yeah.
So walk us around these vendors. What are we going to see? What kinds of art are we going to see?
You're going to see some two-dimensional mixed media art. So that's kind of when they don't fit neatly in something else, another category.
Yeah, it's a catch-all.
It works there. But also like some of our our illustrators are in there. And artists who are strong with drawing and painting and kind of do it all. We've got a popular metal artist that's back. Glass art, wood, printmaking, photography, fiber arts. We have several of those this year. Some 3D art, mixed media. So there's a lot of different things happening within that are pretty exciting. A lot of painters. So we've got some really diverse and strong painters that are going to be there.
Any locals?
A lot of them are local. Yeah. Yeah. So we've got Dan's Watercolors, Josh Comics, KP Originals, Stacy Rose and Sherry Rogers, and then some of our people that maybe aren't local, aren't from that far away. So, surrounding areas.
How many vendors are there?
65.
Well, that's a bunch.
Yeah. Yeah, it's exciting.
You don't do this in 5 minutes.
No. No, we start the application process for the artist in January, and then usually close that out in the end of March. Sometimes we extend the
you
deadline.
have the show full up that much, huh? That
Yeah.
much in advance?
Yeah. Yeah. Because a lot of the artists, they want to book their summers well in advance. And so the application is on zapplication.org. So that's a website where lots of craft shows throughout the whole nation are putting their applications on this site. So if you're an artist and doing
kidding.
art fairs, you don't have to go to a whole bunch of different websites, and you can do a profile, on the application, and then use that same profile to apply to all the art shows that you're doing for the summer,
Wow.
if they use it, of course. But
And a lot of these artists, that's what they do, isn't it? That's their summer.
yes, yeah, there's definitely a lot of artists who are like, this is their bread and butter. This is what they do to make a living, is, create their art and then do the art shows, whether it's summer, or even some artists that I've talked to will travel other places in the winter, and just keep going. So
You used to have, I know when it was down in the streets, there were a couple of wildlife artists.
yeah, we'll have those.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Although I shouldn't say good, because I've over-collected. I don't need any more.
Oh, you always need one more piece that you've bought from someone you've talked to. Like, that's so special.
No, what I need one year is a booth to take some of the ones I don't need and sell them.
I think there's websites for that.
But I'm one-on-one. I'd rather see somebody eye to eye.
Absolutely.
That is the advantage of these kinds of things, too, is you get to talk to the artist. You get to get a feeling for what they're about.
They are. They're great. And I've been so happy on the island with this show, because it's just a good vibe. Like, I'm really excited for all of the community to come out, and just, it's a good vibe. With all the trees and the nature and, the water right there.
Is
But
it a
then-
lawn show? You're set up on the inner grass?
Yeah, Intergrass. Yep.
Which now is rimmed by rocks, so nobody drives through it anymore.
True. Yes. But we have some ways to problem solve that for setup. So we're
Well,
good.
for setup, yeah,
But yeah.
things are movable. But
Yeah. So, but even the artists are just such good people, and just so great to talk to, and they just help that positive vibe that is there at the show.
when is setup?
Some artists start setting up on Thursday, and then some will come just early on Friday. So
And it's Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday,
It's free.
free to get in.
So what's your background? Were you in the art world?
Well, I teach art, so I'm an art educator. I try to make art when I can, and so I've been able to do like art shows, like art fairs, from a planning perspective. I was involved with University Activities Board back when I was a student at Michigan State University. So I got to see the planning side early on from that. But then in college, I also was an emerging artist in the East Lansing Art Show. And so I've been able to see both sides
What's your
of
medium?
it. Painting. I love to paint.
Sell them?
I have sold some.
Nah.
I don't produce as much with
No, no, you're too much administrative, right?
working full time and kids.
Where do you
and
teach?
Carleton High School.
And is the interest still there for students to take art?
Yes. And there's amazing artists within our community, like student artists. It's, getting to go to shows that are student shows and see not only I'm of course biased. I think I have wonderful student artists, but also all the students within the Saginaw area and outer areas of Saginaw. There's just some really incredible talent. So the arts are not gone.
How has technology changed that?
That's really an interesting question. I still see a lot of art that's made in the traditional techniques. So I'm not seeing, a venue where some of the AI is getting into the art making. Because that's like a whole thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
And you could have me back and we'll have a whole nother conversation about that.
We can talk about that today. We have lots of time. I just wonder because, a non-talented person like me could sit online with an art program and make something and not have any idea what I just did, but it just seems to me that technology is, on the one hand, great for society because it provides us with lots of things that we didn't have before.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, it seems to me to be ruining some of the old skills that we used to have.
I think what's important is that we set up some guardrails of how we use AI and like what we think this technology can do. I mean, even when I was in college, we still had technology to use, whether it was through Photoshop or InDesign, and the graphic arts, we still, need to be able to use those programs, but we want to make sure that it's our decisions that we're using and it's not just something that, an algorithm is making.
And that's, I think AI is going to be a problem. I look at it like at the internet. We've learned how to use the internet, and we've learned how to misuse the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to learn how to use AI, and we're going to learn how to misuse AI.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be part of that. But what I feel...
But what do? You go into a classroom in Carleton High School,
Uh-huh.
and you're about to teach art to a bunch of kids who all are electronic whiz kids because they all have grown up with technology. Do you find they're willing to put the technology away?
Yes, because they're on it so much that they will definitely put it away, and I still see, which this is a good thing, I still see as an educator that students want to build skills. They want to still use materials and, whether it's getting their hands dirty with clay or, painting or doing other, learning how to draw, realistically. These are things students still want to learn. And so I think gives us hope.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I mean, because, I'm very old school because I'm very old, but I'm a model builder, like to work with my hands.
Mm-hmm.
And sitting down on a computer does nothing for me other than a research tool.
Right. And there's students like that as well, where it's like they will come in and get excited about problem solving and, okay, I got this idea and I want to be able to make this. And, especially in the last couple of years, we've gotten all sorts of different materials in my room just to help figure out making this clay sculpture that's, a vessel supported by coils and, all different things. It's
you have the ability to fire the clay?
Yeah.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah. Yeah, starting out, art students learn how to make a bowl out of clay. We do hand building techniques to do a bowl, and then also slab building techniques to make like a house.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've talked more about that. It's impressive. Saginaw Art Fair is this weekend. More on it coming up. Let me talk about something we don't want to talk about, but we have to. Potholes, because they are everywhere, and if you get enough of them, you are going to damage your car's alignment. Our friends at Quick Lane Freeland are offering you a complimentary alignment check. Just drive it and ask for it. Takes about 15-20 minutes. They put your car up on a rack, attach a couple of items to your wheels. They have a machine that is a laser machine that automatically reads all of your alignment, caster, camber, toe in, toe out, all that stuff, and you get a report. And if you're all green, you're good to go. If not, they'll tell you what you need to have done, and you can either make an appointment there or whatever. And also, remember that it impact your tires because poor alignment will wear out your tires. And if that's the case, at Quick Lane Freeland, they sell all their tires for just $5 over cost. Here's John to tell you why alignment is so important.
If your vehicle's wheels are aligned correctly, it will not pull to the left or to the right when driving. It also prevents improper tread wear, so your tires last longer. A wheel alignment should be checked often because normal steering wear and tear can cause your alignment to go out in addition to potholes and railroad crossings. A correct alignment also reduces rolling resistance on your tires for better fuel mileage.
And safety, of course. Stop in today, Quick Lane Freeland, for your complimentary alignment check. It's part of the McDonald Ford property right there in Freeland. And we'll take a break and be back with more.
When something goes wrong,
Back with you, Lauren Collinson in studio. She is an art teacher in Carlton, but also the head of the group that puts on the Saginaw Art Fair this Friday and Saturday. Are there classes associated with the art fair?
Yes, we have lots of free activities that are going on.
Free again, there's that word.
That free word, it's so wonderful. And that's all thanks to the sponsors that we get. So that's exciting. So in our maker space, we have a big 20 by 30 tent, and we've got free art classes happening there all weekend, or all Friday and Saturday. So we are kicking off the art fair at 10 a.m. with tie-dye bandanas. We've got at 1 p.m. a firefly painting.
Whoa, what's that?
So you're going to draw your scene and fireflies with oil pastels and then do watercolor on top of it, and then the watercolor resists the oil pastels. So it's going to be really cool. And then a mushroom luminary jar, 3 o'clock on Friday. So I know there's a lot of people into mushrooms and how cute they are, and so we'll even give you a little light so that your jar lights up when you leave. And then Saturday we have paper quilling at 10 a.m. That's a new activity we're doing, so that's exciting. And then back by popular demand, marbled coasters at 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. poured painting. And then in between the classes, people can stop by. We've got drop-in for art activities.
I was going to ask what that is.
So we have some different supplies and materials we'll have out, and you can use them to make whatever you feel like. So that's really exciting. And then we also have some free classes on the stage both days. So 10 a.m. on Friday, bring your yoga mat and come for a free yoga class with Audra Yoga. And Saturday at 10 a.m., there's a free dance class. So the Work It dance class with Hannah will be shaking our tail feathers on stage, and that'll be a lot of fun.
I also noticed that folks can win things.
Yeah, we have some raffles that are going to be going on, so that's exciting. We have 2 crocheted blankets that have been donated to us, generously created for us, and a reduction block print that was used to make last year's poster. And so I did a limited edition print. So we had only 30 prints that were made, and a reduction block print means that there's 4 prints layering all on top of each other, and there was 1 block made to be able to make it. So you cut a little bit away, and then you pull a print, and then you save those, and then you cut a little more away, and then you pull another print on top of it.
Sounds like a lot of work.
It was a lot of work, absolutely. Yes. But I love printmaking as well as painting, and so I've always said if I were to go get another master's degree, it'd be in printmaking, but I'm not going to do that. And so so we've got those that are raffling off. We've got art supply gift basket that we're raffling off. We've got a scavenger hunt that we're doing. So we've You can stop in at the information booth, grab a scavenger hunt card, and go find it, the things that are on there, and then bring it back. And we've got prizes as people finish that. And
Is there anything for children, or is this pretty much an adult show?
no, I mean, all the classes, kids can do those. The scavenger hunt, definitely, kids can be able to do that. And really, but we want to let people know that it's the artist of any age. So yes, it's definitely family friendly. Bring your kids. You know, my kids love it because I can bring them down there all day, and then there's different stuff for them to do. They can go look at the art as well as then come make something in the tent, or go listen to the music, or, you know, play the yard games that we've got in the middle of the island. You know, you just never bored.
Tell me about the community partners.
So we are excited this year to have Pit and Balcony. Sasa Robotics will be there, and they bring their robot that they build.
Oh, did they really?
So that's exciting, and they'll do demonstrations for that. And
Reed Association and libraries of books seem to be a big part.
yes, yep, and Potter Street Station. So they'll have booths, so then they can share information with people, and continue to work together so that, you know, everybody can learn and grow.
How does the 501c3 make money from this, since it's free to the public?
Right. So the vendors all pay a booth fee, and that's part of it. But then also we just, you know, beg our sponsors for money. We're really lucky we got the Saginaw DDA grant this year, so we're thankful for that.
Oh, wow.
UA Local 85 is helping us out quite a bit. We've got Spicer Group, Frankenmuth Credit Union, Fordney Club, Kiwanis, Saginaw Northwest, the Sawa Group, so Saginaw Area Water Media Artist, as well as Scottish Inn, the Founders Building, Glass Tender, Heritage Counting, Collison and Collison. And then we've got some really great in-kind sponsors, ABO
Cool.
Tent, City Sewers, the Print Shop.
Yeah, I'm in the Fordney Club. I knew about that one.
Yeah.
I would take a break, come back with one more segment with Lauren Collinson from Saginaw Art Fair this Friday and Saturday on Ojibwe Island.
It's the Saginaw County Fair, August 4th.
All right, we're back with you, and in studio with me, Lauren Collison, from Saginaw Art Fair. Every organization like this and every program like this that I've ever known about needs volunteers. Do you?
Yes, and people can still come and help us. Absolutely. We will still accept volunteers. You know, many hands make light work, so we've posted on our Facebook page asking for volunteers. So we got a few people signed up for that. But if people found that they were like, hey, I need something to do, I want to get involved, they could stop by the information booth and still get involved.
And what kinds of things are you looking for when volunteers do work? What are they doing?
So some of the volunteers can help with welcoming people as they are driving onto the island, and then help directing the traffic. And we try to click how many people are coming to get an idea. We like to check on our artists. We like to take care of them and see if they need water and things like that. So that's part of it. Helping out in the maker space. And just if there's other things that, we need setting up, we need help with that.
Point is, you don't have to be artistically gifted in order to volunteer.
Oh, no. No, even helping in the maker space. We have a committee member who plans all the activities and teaches the classes. So just being there to help support her. If, you like being in the arts making area, then that'd be great.
You draw quite a few people, don't you?
Yeah. We kind of have to estimate it, but I think it's been about 2,500 people
2,500 is what I read,
in the past. Hopefully, we have more each year. That's always the goal, right? Is to get the word out and hope that as many people
That's what
can
the artists
stop
are
by.
counting on, right?
Absolutely.
They're there to sell their art.
Absolutely. Yeah. I definitely want it to be profitable for them.
Yeah, that's important. That's how you get them back. But they keep coming back.
They keep
which
coming
means
back.
that's a good thing.
Yeah. Well,
I can remember the street days. See people walking around with everything they purchased under both arms, and I'm going, wow, Something to this.
Yeah, you can see that too this weekend, Friday, Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Ojibwe Island.
I really like the idea you're parking on the island. I mean, so you can walk around the art fair, whatever you buy, put right in the car, come right back again, buy something else.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, and fill up the car. There you go.
Please, yes. People come purchase their treasures.
Have you done art? Have you put yourself into some of these art shows?
In college, in college and then my early years of teaching, I did the Emerging Artist Show at the East Lansing Art Fair, so that was fun that my friend and I got to share a booth together. And then when I first started teaching, I found out about a workshop that the Ann Arbor Art Guild put on called Art as a Living. And so actually we had artwork juried, so everybody doing the workshop could bring their artwork, and then they juried it and chose, I think, 5 of us to share a booth space at the Ann Arbor Art Fair.
Oh.
So
Is that the biggest one in the state?
I don't know. I would think so.
It
but
still goes on, right?
Yeah.
I haven't heard about it lately, but it still goes on.
Yeah, as far as I know. I'm sure
That's
it
all
does.
over the streets of Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
That's huge.
It's 4 shows all at the
Rolled
same
into
time.
one.
Yeah. So that's why it can take up so much space, because then there's 4 different shows all happening at once. Kind of like East Lansing, there's 2 shows going on. If you go to East Lansing for that in May, it's the East Lansing Art Show and then the MSU Arts and Crafts Show.
Do your kids go to these kinds of shows? The kids you're teaching in school?
The kids that I'm teaching in school.
Do they like to go to these?
Some of them have come out and helped volunteer in previous years, so hopefully I see them. I'm actually really excited. I actually have former students that are in the art show.
Really?
So that's really exciting. Yeah.
That goes back to that art and living.
Absolutely.
Because if anybody thinks it's an easy road, it's not.
It's not. No, you definitely have to have that dedication and
And we hear
motivation.
we hear about the $1 paintings that get sold at auction and everything. That's not the life of the typical artist.
No.
Not at all.
No. But you can there's still a lot of jobs. And even like my Art 1 class, we talk about art careers and what those can look like. And so I will say, okay, you have homework, and, wait for them to groan. And then I kind of laugh and I'm like, okay, your homework is when you watch a movie, because I don't actually give homework, but for my beginning class, but, watch a movie and watch the credits, and like all those credits, those are jobs within the creative sector. And so trying to teach them like, what is the creative sector, and like, what are all these different components that go into it. But also if they like making, you could be doing painting as well as graphic design work. So you can be helping businesses and do that, but then your own original work. And that's one thing, like, that's what we see from KP Originals, her work in graphic design, as well as she'll be selling her paintings at the art fair.
Could you teach anyone to paint?
I'd like to say yes.
That's a hesitant yes.
I mean, I think any teacher would hesitate because, yes, I think I'm a good art teacher, and I've been really trying to work on my craft and wanted, use techniques that help students the best. And so I have all the tools, but there's also, you have to want to learn as well.
Yeah.
So that's the only hesitation of,
I got it.
Take the horse to the trough, but you got to drink it.
All right, folks. This Friday and Saturday, Ojibwe Island, Saginaw Art Fair, free to get in. Hours again?
No, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Both days.
Both days.
On Ojibwe Island. Lauren, thanks. Always fun.
Thank you.
Lauren Collison and the Saginaw Art Fair. News next.
At the Aird Insurance Group,